get Shanks back up to speed. 2 players defending here as we do see C9 going for the full split. Floppy catches Supamen way off guard. Neptune unable to recover it as Floppy takes full control of the site now. The rest of his teammates will be flooding in. Only 2 members left here for this retake. Poised, first man in. He's down as well now, all on Shanks and tough ahead of him.
Shots tapping with the frenzy will eventually be challenged. And
definitely knowledgeable dude.
Early information here from Rise. What to say? They see both players cross, and Shanks is equal to the task, finding both the duelist players early. Mitch on the corner, also going to be red, but it will be eventually isolated.
Greens. And so Mitch and Floppy are going to have a tough time. They're trying to wall their way up into A heaven. Interesting maneuver. Maybe they can find a little vulnerability here. They actually do almost catch one with the blind side, but Neptune had him covered. A nice attempt from Cloud9, but it is caught by Rise.
To turn things into a 4v4. Now here comes the approach. Rise largely comes from the outside. Poised finds a second from the back, but Mitch lining up 2, not going to get the third. Super keeping things all even, and Poised has found a third. Just down to Zeta. 1v2 situation. Not going to get the better of Supa. And my goodness,
man.
So Poised, the sole defender, finds 3. He'll be awarded the defuse, and Rise successfully retake. Well, this time, trying to send this one through ropes. Poised, once again, going to be tested. Shanks here with him. No one has actually seen Poised yet. Now he reveals his position. He finds one. Would love a second, but the neural theft will come through. Spike once again, down to the ground. Superman on the rotation from behind. Leaf is good for 1, but is not able to collect the spike. So a heal will come through, and a second attempt will be made to grab this. Oh, gravity well will come through. That's going to stop everybody in place. Really well timed, and once more the spike not collected, but Zeta coming through ramps finds one, nearly a pixel peek up top on the Neptune. Resurrection just to bait out the play, and Mitch and Leaf swing for the kills, but is it enough? It's just down to Derek, not quite able to clean things up.
They found a way around it.
Oh, Shanks.
Dicey, but it works.
Initially, it works.
Yeah. No pun intended to the player.
Cloud9 still stacking mid-map. This time, though, Derek is going to be stunned up, but the judge, close quarters, able to find one. Zeppa, knives of his own, able to find the second elimination. Paint Shell's going to flush him right into the waiting arms of Neptune, who goes right to the showstopper, turns, finds Mitch. Oh, incredible play from Neptune. But Floppy teleports behind this play. Going to go ahead and try to stick for the plant. Rise seem like they want to try to contest this as soon as possible. Dark cover coming through. Shanks floating on in. But Floppy's avoiding this, and Shanks falls to... Oh, no. Dies to fall damage. Floppy's behind the play again. Neptune's low. If he can find Poise, this is very winnable. There's the first. No! Neptune snaps in time at 6 HP. And the defuse again confirmed. Neptune on a corner. Paint Shell bounces right in front of his face. He has to give up the angle, and Cloud9 Blue once again get B tower. Quickly trying to work their way in. Leaf with a Spectre, able to find one. Neptune only good for a single elimination, and Cloud9 Blue again. Get onto the B site. Interesting interaction here with Mitch. Says, come to my level, Poise.
Oh, God. Just off the top turnbuckle, man. Straight clothesline.
Player standing.
And there's just nothing they can seem to do. Superman now left alone in a tough 1 versus 2. Players have really great positioning to kind of play off of each other, not really giving Superman the 1v1s that he wants. And yeah, that's going to be the nice crossfire. Zeppa collecting the hat trick into those 2 agents, especially on the hands of Leaf and Zeppa, who are fearless and are fragging out, and they're trying to do it yet again here. Poison Company, though, trying to hold on, but not for long, unfortunately.
Shanks just gets stuck by a blast pack?
I don't know what happened because my screen was wrecked. I think he did. I think you're absolutely right. Like, it wrecked our spectator view. I was so confused. I was just trying to trudge along. I'm glad you pointed that out.
Here's something beeping on him, but back into the round, Rise is actually in a position where they could fight back for a thrifty of their own here. 2v3. Zeppa down low has gotten at least an angle on where Neptune's position. They should know Supa's playing from behind, and Zeppa's anticipating this peak, but still can't win the gunfight. So now 2v2 onto the site. Up top, Mitch not able to find anything. Zeta in the back finds one, knows where the second is. Shoulder for shoulder, Supa for 4, and Rise respond back with a lower economical disadvantage round of their own.
That Leaf Zeppa combo with those 2 aggressive agents trying to just get those entries quick.
Ooh. Zeppa trying to dash forward. He's going to miss the right click. The showstopper that was also spent not finding any value. So Cloud9 Blue, hard commitment, but the first blood still favors that of Rise. Leaf able to respond. Zeta another as they do get some pressure, but Rise is still in a very formidable position to hold this. And Derek for 2, Poised the 3rd. Zeta still threatening. but not going to be able to find a way down from the rafters. So Derek clutches up with 3 through Shanks, other side of the corner, misses a timing potentially on the leaf off screen. Floppy for 1, but caught immediately afterwards as Zeta try to get the poison cloud down. Spike has to be committed to. Mitch up top does kind of make sure the top stays safe. Now it's successfully planted, and Mitch follows up with another. Just down to Shanks, who barely missed the timing to maybe make this a bit easier on the leaf. Has the knives to play with here. And an operator. And the first point of contact will be right here on the leaf. Finds the first one, no problem. Right click and play. Dashing on through. 85 health. Now around the corner. On the Cloudburst being spent back corner, stayed safe, but both Cloud9 members right and C9 blue.
I think that they're going to feel pretty good about things.
Cloudburst across, but Zeta sees some information. Stack to Zeppa, able to find 1 with the frenzy. Boombot, he runs right by it! Oh, the point of contact eventually comes through. Super able to help out. Poised up top, though, gets 1 tap by Leaf's right click. My goodness, that was at range. And that's Cloud9 blue now in a 4v3, defensively still holding on to A.
Yeah, wild times there inside that smoke on Rants, but Cloud9 blue do come out on top in the 4 versus 3 when it's all said and done. All Rise has is a heaven. They can threaten maybe the ropes fall back to middle, but other than that, they don't have much other options. The wall comes up, and it basically saves Derek's life. And he can't really use it to pinch back calls, though, because there's still a gap there. And Leaf and company are able to handle it, but Supamen responds nicely.
It's just down to him, though. 1v2 situation. Maybe double chow. They know he's low. Finds the first. That's 4 kills in the round for Supa. So now maybe an opportunity for Cloud9 blue to reinforce, but the hit is on the way. Rise moving quickly. Right in front of Zeta. There's a couple of players that Poised is able to find first blood. Zeppa right to the Cloudburst. Nearly gets a bit of a timing, but Rise cleaning things up around their setup. And Shanks was really not even required, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's just the hit from the front was so good.
Yeah. Even throw a Cosmic Divide in for good measure to really deter Cloud9 blue from wanting to try to fight for this retake early. I mean, now they're going to do what they can. It's a bonus run anyway. They're going to try to play around this wall. Shanks is waiting for them to come on through.
Mitch gets one.
Go. To be heaven here, they're threatening it. There is a player on the rafters with Mitch.
That's our cover is low. Doesn't actually block any line of sight, so Rise can still commit to this, but Mitch able to find 1. Eric instantly responding, and then the concussion will come through as Rise will find 3 straight kills. 4v2 situation. Spike's going to be planted, and for C9, Zeppa's already peeking early. He's able to find 1 elimination, but that will be all he comes for, as they're going to have to back away and try to play this one a little bit more strategically 2v3.
Very tough retake here for Cloud9 with Zeppa already so low on health. It's all are coming from one way, and Rise has good positioning here.
Poised camera does get deleted, but they should know that, yeah, Zeta's playing on one side, and Poised, brilliant read onto Zeppa for the second. Leaf, not going to initially go into sight, just throws that out blindly to the back corner, and that actually does not confirm a lot of damage. Up top, Zeppa denied. Rise maybe trying to hold this back. Supa for 2, but Cloud9 stacking together, just wolfpacking this, but nobody sees Supa. Him and Poised have collected for all the final 3 eliminations.
Raptors position, they can also use Cosmic Divide to not have to use necessarily for any of the stars for smokes, but use it for other utility.
Showstopper coming out. Not going to find too much with anything yet, just opening engagements coming through, but Rise will still possess the zone, plus also get the resurrection into the mix. Paint Shells just right out in the middle of the site actually forces Shanks to go to the high ground. Derek watching over the top of his barrier orb just to make sure that if there are any of the Cloud9 members that move through, they are contested initially. Zeppa's going to updraft on top. But over towards Tower. Supa's able to find 1. Derek holding on the trigger, finds more. And Cloud9 never get through screens. It's Rise who's surprised first. 13-7, and a set will be coming up next.
After all the Odin Wars that go on there, but you know, it is what it is.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Eric, back of your head does not have an eye on it.
Yeah, now they're essentially pinched on up. The full play through a main. Floppy bunny hopping his way forward. Not going to find as many as you would have come to expect, but it's still at Supa 1v3. Completely trapped up by Leaf. First couple of shots will go a bit errant, but eventually Leaf converts on the 3 kills. So Cloud9 blue aggressive through.
They still have good positioning here for this A attack. They have 4 players strong.
Gravity Well is going to be expired by the time that this paranoia is eventually shrugged off. Leaf made the first couple of eliminations, and then the lineup. Beautiful hold here from Cloud9. Poised, who was playing through mid-map, is now by themselves. 1v3, should know Leaf is close. Finds the first one cleanly. Zeppa low on the site. This is a 1v1 for the time being, as you're still waiting for the defensive Killjoy to rotate over. And Poised, who collects the spike, actually will have a look at this. But the problem is, has he completely lost Zeppa, never even fully clears the back boxes, and Zeppa just comes around, makes sure, yep, that is indeed a plant.
Not quite a rotation yet from Cloud9 Blue to help assist his ace side, and Shanks just charges through.
Yeah, it gets right to the nanostorm, but cannot get through Mitch, who actually finds one. That will keep the play relatively safe. Run it back, trying to clear out the garden, and caught trying to make the long rotation. Neptune finds nothing with it. Poised trying to rotate mid-map, not going to cut off any defensive rotations, but the spike gets planted, and Derek and Supa will combine for 2 immediately after the plant comes in successfully. So 2v4 situation. Favoring Rise, but Zeta's found one. Trade will be there, and it all falls on the shoulders of Floppy. And this is a very tough 1v3. Gets the read up top, though. Also knows that he's got one down low. The question is, where is Derek? And now he's found him. So Floppy has the information on where these last 2 members are, but has to move quickly. Has an opportunity for Supa, but that's not a gunfight. Supa will lose all too often. Like will be down though. Early Hunter's Fury. Derek tags one. If he goes left, he might be able to sneak out a couple more, but no.
Close.
Misses. The opportunity from the double down was there though. Zeppa up top by himself. The rest of the Cloud9 retake gonna have to beat through tree. But the blades are still up. Supa on the cross, waiting very patiently, but Zeppa and Floppy turn this now into a 1v1. Zeppa at low health. Shock dart in a perfect position from Derek. They actually force out of the Hunter's Fury. Neptune is still again lurking. These fake plays have been so successful for Rise, but there will not be the opportunity to turn this into kill pressure this time, as Leaf finds 2. And Neptune found no success off the run it back. So initially what looked like a really nice little bait and switch for Rise has all of a sudden turned into a 5v3 for the defenders of Cloud9.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to find a vulnerability at middle with Neptune right there with the Phoenix slipping through into the back calls, but he wound up getting absolutely caught. Now they're trying to tear through manually, but Leaf is maybe going to get the ace here, and indeed he will. Neptune down. Now they're going to flash through. They bust through that Killjoy utility. Shanks is going to go all the way back calls, but Mitch catches that.
Yeah, Shanks penalized, trying to move way too quickly through. Leaf also put in the Empress. He's dismissed to reset the fight. My goodness, Leaf is so slippery. And then now finding a third. A little bit of help from Supamen. Find that kill. Last one left alive is Neptune. Finally puts down Leaf.
2 stars are making it hard for Leaf to be proactive from heaven.
And actually, the nanostorms are already off the table. Boy's able to find the first blood. The gravity wall making life difficult on the site for Mitch, but he's able to avoid the Hunter's Fury and find a response kill. Also denies the recon bolt, which makes Floppy an opportunity through tree. But Supa for 3 kills. Unbelievable. This guy could do it all. I mean, we've seen this in his come up. Everyone's like, dude, Supa's unbelievable, and we're immediately being reminded on why this would be essentially about a 1v4 situation if he can win this 1v1.
Yeah, gotta wait for those stars to come on back, and indeed they will be reclaimed. Now they are available for him to place. Spike is still down in the site. Zeppa having to now worry about his backside because so much time has passed. Doubt has been instilled. But now Supamen will move in. He'll be able to get the spike back. He's got to commit the plant here soon, though.
The commitment will come through. The question is, can he exit? He seems to be thinking that, and Zeppa had no idea where Supa had gone to, so Supa for 4.
Huge, as we are seeing the setup with that lockdown onto the A site.
Is anyone going to turn around here?
No. Oh, but he misses.
But Floppy misses the shots. Does take down the lockdown, so at least there's some success. But maybe it's only a silver lining here as Rise is still on the way forward. Neptune has been completely negated from this run it back all first half. Zeppa through the smoke for 3. Supa trying to respond, but Zeta there to respond in kind, and the Classic cannot come up fast enough. But it's going to be a very quick pull. And, speaking of pulls, how about hot hands into gravity wells? Neptune trying to come around the corner, but doesn't check his left. Doesn't make a difference. Shanks just shooting in circles, finds 2 somehow. Zeta responds with a double of his own, and that will mean Cloud9 Blue with a 3v2 have a plant.
Yeah, they break through. It was a really neat little grab-o hot hands combo. It just was a little late, and so Cloud9 Blue get through. They get their entries. Now they're on site. They have the post plant going. Floppy taking some licks. Mitch and company holding on, and they've taken a lot. Owl drone coming in. Leaf trying to still play behind it anyway, despite the low HP, but Poised making him pay for it. Shanks, or excuse me, Zeppa able to dash in here with his smokes and get up close, but everything going Rise's way.
Yeah, really clean stuff from Poised on these peaks. Also saw the information on the dash through, which allowed Supa a chance to trade things out. Spamming things is Derek. Able to find the 4th elimination, just down to Mitch, who just has a Marshall and a Ghost to play with. Decent damage here, but realistically no chance for the 1v4. Rotate. Cloudburst going to deny line of sight, and here comes Cloud9 very quickly on the dash through. Poised trying to hold their life, waiting for help, as Supamen has not been a part of this play, but is now starting to get involved through mid-market. Meanwhile, Derek holding down the trigger! Finds a couple. Poised now revealing his position. Will also find 2.
Calls, it stops the retake play from being possible.
Derek,
they walk by him.
Oh, they don't look, and Derek finds 2.
Oh my
god.
God.
No, it's all gone wrong for Cloud9.
They still have a spike plant, but again, lockdown available for rods, and they have a 5-on-3.
The owl drone.
Owl drone, yep.
It'll clear mid-market. That was the entire intention. Doesn't matter about tagging one on site. You know there are players on site, but they don't expect Mitch to be sitting mid-map. He's found 1. Floppy runs into the dark cover looking for a timing, but misses it. Poised able to find that elimination. Zeta from the boathouse, though, keeps things alive. Caught with the recon bolt out, but no elimination to speak of as of yet. Cloudburst comes down. Mitch onto the site. He'll find 1. Mitch for 2. Just down to Derek, who cannot turn in time to double up or find what would it need to be 4. Hit by all of the Cloud9 members coming through. A bunch of Cloudburst. Shanks very quickly goes to the Cloudburst and tries to back away, but Zeppa beats him to the punch over the top of the boathouse. Derek able to respond for 1. Gets a second. Stays alive and healthy. Recon bolt comes through. Knows that he's got contenders nearby and spams through the wall. Derek for 4! Supamen cleans things up! Lockdown is just instantly denied, so why not just hold your positions over towards A? Supa inside the site finds the first, no problem. Has an idea where Zeppa is, but Poised inside the site will confirm that. Zeppa low, not gonna find anything besides the initial trade, and Supa holds on to the A site. The spike is down, and for the last 2 Cloud9 members, they have to come through glass. They read this. Neptune finds the first, knows now that Mitch is here. The curveball comes out, but Mitch able to sidestep and stay alive. Recon bolt also sidestep, but not gonna make a difference. Not only denying the owl drone, but also sees that the duelists have made their way forward. Neptune, he gets through B main, finds a kill into Floppy. That's your spike carrier down, and beyond that, of course, the confirmation at the end of the run it back that more is to come.
Oh, no.
Shanks gets the information off the owl drone, and Leaf falls. Now it's a 3v5. Cloud9 need to find a way to respond back in some form. Otherwise, you're looking at an 11 to 12, and Shanks hits again. Derek through the wall, confirming a bit of damage. And I don't know how you do this if you're Cloud9 with a 2v5, but you have to go for it.
Yeah, you do. You got to stop rods from getting to map and series point, but it's going to be difficult. Like you said, only 2 players in. They have 100 series available. That's about it. They have no real control. Neptune's in a key spot to watch them come out B main or to watch any type of market press. I mean, Cloud9 Blue are so split up from each other. They have to just hope for a big individual play, and, well, Mitch gets Supamen down. That's putting some threats on spawn. But Neptune makes a great maneuver back into market to collect him. Now it's all on Zeta, and Shanks with the hat trick of the operator. Everything down. They keep getting disrupted. Now they're going to try to plow into A. 1 at last hurrah.
Oh, no,
they've been
Zeppa
caught.
denied. Mitch will find a response, but Poised the Nano Swarm confirms on the Leaf. No more Emperors on the table. 4v3. Floppy able to get the spike planted, but shock darts are coming out, confirming a little bit of damage. Actually, it's being exchanged both ways. A bit of a pinball going on up top. Hot Hands also coming through the Nanostorm to block off some of the space, but even Neptune throws the Blaze Wall in. Mitch denies what was going to be a really good recon bolt, but Zeta finds a couple of kills. Derek on the way in just has the LMG trying to hold on the trigger. 1v1! Shanks confirms it, and Rise upset Cloud9 Blue to get the Challengers 1!
Indeed, they do. Cloud9 Blue, one of the favorites to make it, are out. They will have to wait for the open qualifiers. We'll talk more about it